Morning, it's Vijay here. Welcome to yet another episode of Pre-Market Commentary. Today is Tuesday, 18th of February 2025. Today I have a very interesting topic to discuss. I don't think that has been discussed in the media. And in fact, if it has been discussed, it has been only giving you negative vibes. Everybody is scared about Trump's reciprocal tariffs. And as I say, the devil is in the details. When you look at any proposal coming, whether it's a budget proposal or whether it is this tariff proposal or any agreement, you have to look at the details. Most people are lazy, including the media, and they do not analyze it well enough. Well, I've got lots of good news on the US India trade deal, which was signed on February 13th. And the contours of the deal are really, amazingly positive. When Mr. Shashi Tharoor spoke about the positivity, everybody criticized him, saying that he is supporting BJP. But I've looked through the details. There are 36 points, and it's quite amazing. I think only Shashi Tharoor was able to find out. So I will tell you quickly as to this about tariffs and how India is actually benefiting from it. Now, the reciprocal tax, this tariff which Trump is talking about, and they set up a committee, and they are supposed to find out before April 2nd. So people are worried that India will be one of the worst affected. In fact, there have been magazine covers. There have been, people talking about, some experts talking about how India will be one of the most affected across the board, especially in pharma. Okay, let's now dig deeper. So, Ajay Srivastava is the founder of the Delhi-based think tank Global Research. So these are the guys who actually go deep into, what are tariffs and how they will affect. So he says there are no problems with tariffs. Why? Because 75% of the US exports to India, which means what we import from US, their tariff is only about 5% and lower. 5%. And when Trump says Harley Davidson is tariffed at some 150%, so those are outliers. But if you take an average, it's only 5%. And budget already cut tariffs from 13% to 11%. So average is only 13 to 11%. 75% of the US imports into India attract a customs duty of less than 5%. Please keep these two numbers in mind. Less than 5% for 75% of the goods, and average, if you include Harley Davidson, if you include the Bourbon, which was carrying 150%. Now this data is before the reduction in tariff on Bourbon. And as we go along, as Mrs. Nirmala Sitharaman said yesterday, that customs duty can get reduced across items. So just look out for the average to come down from 13 to 11. It has come. Maybe it will come to single digit, and then we will negotiate with the US government. So there is the joint agreement talks about negotiating with the US government, and by fall, that by September, October, we will have the clear-cut trade agreement. It will not happen on April 2nd. It will happen somewhere in September, around fall would mean, say, September, October. So there is nothing to worry on tariffs. And I will also show you why pharma is going to be one of the biggest beneficiary of this India-US trade deal. So just let's quickly run through what happened in the markets. It's Nifty snapped an 8-day losing streak. So 8 days, very rarely. So yesterday it looked like as if we'll get the 9th day because reckless selling was there in the morning. And as I mentioned in my missive to my Telegram followers, as well as on Twitter, as well as on WhatsApp, that yesterday begins the epic battle. The epic battle is not, we won, the Bulls won the epic battle yesterday, but this is not going to be the last battle. You want to win the war between the Bulls and Bears, and I'm on the bullish camp for the last few months. So I think this war will go on. Intensity will increase. Some days Bulls will lose the battle. Some days Bears will win the battle. But I believe that by Independence Day, the Bulls will triumph and triumph spectacularly. So I'm very, very confident looking at fundamentals. I'm not talking emotionally here, looking at pure fundamentals. I just gave you an example of the tariffs, which are now going to get into single digit. So Nifty Bank, I will talk about Nifty Bank in detail in my weekly response to why Nifty Bank is more important than Nifty in terms of understanding where the market bottom is. I'm not saying that we have bottomed out. We could still go to 22,500 or even 22,000, as I said. But I've always believed that 22,800 to 23,000 will be a very durable bottom. So Nifty Bank closed in the green. IndusInd Bank and IDFC first led that. Small cap closed flat. There is problem in small cap. RDX, and RDX. Railways, defense, and X stands for stocks which are more having PE of more than 50 or PEG of more than 5. So those are the stocks to be avoiding. I don't think that the worst is over there. I can confidently say that there is some more bombs will come. The next quarter results will not be that great for railways and defense and stocks which have been bid up without even any profits. So mid cap closed in the green, but there are many stocks in mid cap and small cap which will do well. We have a portfolio which has got predominantly mid cap and small caps in terms of weightage. So that is what it is. And Nifty Pharma. Nifty Pharma is where the place to be, in my opinion, apart from Nifty banks. I will tell you why little later. Glenmark and Ajanta did well. IT was a sectoral top loser. I am not a believer in IT rally, but the big boys are sitting, so they may hold it up because IT growth has been pathetic. Say 5% net profit growth, and you can't give PE of 30 for some stocks or companies which are growing at 5%, however great they might have been in the past. FMCG continues to lose, again, a sector which I don't like. I think it has to come down significantly for it to look attractive. Auto is slipping, but auto is slipping because there is a fear that if we allow Harley Davidson to come at lower, values, lower customs duty, then Chinese electric cars also can come. BYD is holding, I think, about 20% of the electric vehicle sales in the world as far as the passenger vehicles are concerned. So if BYD is allowed, for instance, then you will create havoc among autos. So I think autos, we have to be very careful with this tariff war here and there. You never know. We may suddenly give some, impetus to Chinese. Right now it is not there, but there is a fear it can happen. So I wouldn't want to go there where, there is no moat. We have no moat as far as the autos are concerned. Energy went up because Reliance came with bad news, but it is closed better. So that is an interesting thing. Metal has inched up slightly. FIs and DIs, FIs continue to sell close to 4,000 crores, even though the finance ministry is, saying that they're just booking profits. I think it's much more than booking profits. For whatever reason they're selling, I think that is a part of the game. We cannot say that they will come back. Whether they'll come back, it doesn't matter, because 8 out of 10 years they have been selling. DI is more than match, so they are giving stability. And now look at this. This is the Indo-US joint statement signed on February 13, 2025. There is a 36 paragraph. I have gone through 36 paragraphs. Now, paragraph 21 is most important. Let me quickly read out to you. The leaders also committed as a part of the trust initiative to build trusted and resilient supply chains, including for semiconductors, critical minerals, advanced materials, and pharma. So these 4 sectors, these semiconductors, critical minerals, advanced materials, and pharmaceuticals, will be the focus of the trade deal. So as part of this effort, the leaders plan to encourage public and private investments to expand Indian manufacturing capacity, including in the US, for APIs for critical medicines. So they are looking at encouraging Indian pharma to set up a plant in US. You'll be surprised. And anyway, these investments will create good jobs, vital supply chains, and reduce the risk of life-saving drug shortages in both US and India. So they are focusing on API and life-saving drugs. So this is, you can look at this, the Ministry of External Affairs has put this on 36 page document, 36 para document. You can look at I have given you the link here. Then look at what is happening on the pharma. Cipla has already got a plant in Long Island in New York. Cipla, it's known for its role in providing generic drugs for AIDS and other diseases. So that is what these guys want, life-saving drugs. So Cipla will be not affected at all. If anything, it will be encouraged. Aurobindo Pharma has a tablet manufacturing plant in New Jersey. It is a manufacturer of generic pharmaceuticals and APIs, active pharmaceutical ingredients. Other Indian pharma companies in the US today are Sun Pharma, Glenmark, Dr. Reddy's, Lupin, Zydus, Cadila, Alembic, Strides, Life Sciences, Torrent, Hetero Drugs, Alchem, Piramal Pharma, and a host of them. This is an article which has come in the Pharma Digest of April 2024. Now, companies are likely to get into pharma manufacturing. And finally, I would like to leave with the Commerce Minister official clearly states that the deal will be there, and that deal will take effect somewhere in he talks of a time bound, a tough timeline, which is basically in the fall, which means September, October. And last line is India-US trade deal will aim at tariff reductions on both sides. It is not that only India will reduce tariffs. So we have to look at what are the other companies where India is exporting. We know already the customs duty we have tried to reduce. They also will have to be reducing it. It cannot be that India will reduce and our pharma exports will go there and they will end up paying higher customs duty. So net, I think this is one of the very good trade deals, and the benefits of it, when people begin to see, then there will be a rush to those companies, rush to the market, because this deal will benefit defense, will benefit pharma, will benefit semiconductors, will benefit minerals. So all said and done, I think we have to be very careful. Don't listen to rumor mongering. I've given you facts, and these facts are very, very clear that the deal is going to be beneficial to India as much as it's going to be beneficial to US. So India, if at all, will be the biggest beneficiary of Trump's reciprocal tariffs. These tariffs are trying to be hit. They will hit China hard, and India will be the beneficiary. So I continue to be bullish on a day-to-day trading. Yesterday we did well, even though the markets fell. We went long. We will continue to go long, and for the medium and long term, I'm very bullish, because most people are looking at left side, whereas on the right side is where the deals are done, and these deals will benefit India. So whatever you do today, I hope it is successful. Thank you for joining me.